Justin Bieber runs over a photographer while trying to escape.
Zayn admits he slept on the ground for 6 months.
And Kim K's surrogate is having her baby way sooner than we thought.
All that and more on today's rundown.
Today's episode of DHR is brought to you by M&M's Caramel Chocolate Candies.
Imagine this, all the Kardashian exes in one room having a good time. That's coming up later in the show.
It is, but first, I'm snacking.
Oh, yes.
And then we're talking about Taylor Swift going on a double date.
Do they bring M&Ms with them?
They're really good. Aren't these really good?
Oh, wow. They actually are really good.
E! News reports that Taylor Swift has come out of hiding to go on, you guys, a double date. Taylor and her new boyfriend, Joe Alwyn, went on a double date with celeb pals Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. Now reportedly, Tay and Joe, Jailer, not sure, they spent a couple days in Rhode Island and then paid a visit to Blake and Ryan. So as you guys remember, this is not the first time Taylor and her boyfriend have hung out in Rhode Island with BNR. Last 4th of July, this all happened with what's-his-face. E-sources say now that she is keeping a very low profile and plans on staying that way as long as she can. She's in a happy place. Even though she seems like she is in hiding, she is taking care of her body and is really happy. And I'm just really happy that we have M&M's, caramel M&M's today.
Same.
I think Taylor Swift needs to indulge in some of these, if you ask me. But what do you think about her new love, her new rumored boyfriend?
I love that Taylor is keeping this side of her relationship private. Taylor normally doesn't stay very private when it comes to her relationships. She's out in the open, she moves really fast, so the fact that she's learned from her past mistakes and she's taking things slow, she doesn't want to put them out there in the media, I think that this is a good tactic to just be private and enjoy her relationship and grow.
But the fact that she is going on a double date with Blake and Ryan, and she and Blake and Ryan are really close, which means that tells me that they're pretty serious. So
yeah.
I feel like we're gonna be seeing a lot more of this Joe Alwyn guy pretty soon.
Okay guys, so over the weekend, Blac Chyna was seen hanging out with Lamar and Tyga. Coincidence? I think not. I think it's revenge of the exes. 3 of the most famous Kardashian exes happened to be at the Go Live app launch party last night at the Beverly Wilshire Hotel in Beverly Hills. Blac Chyna, Tyga, Lamar Odom all attended the event and took photos on the red carpet in their Wednesday night best. But we're like 99% sure that they exchanged some kind of gossip while inside the party. And an E! source said Chyna and Tyga were friendly and cordial as they hugged and said hello to each other. There are no photos of Tyga and Chyna together, but Chyna did pose with Lamar for photos. They were all smiles, they were getting along. I think they should all start a group, you know?
Like a singles awareness group,
you know,
or an
exes
awareness
from the Kardashians / Jenner, because, you know, all of them have been through some things, and I think it's good that they're all cordial together and that they have a lot in common.
Listen, I can't even be cordial with any of my exes. Like,
No?
I'm terrified to be in the same room with them. So the fact that they can do this and put a smile on their face and put it on Instagram, they have a lot of self-control. I'm very proud of them. And I've never thought that Chyna and Tyga have had any beef because they've been raising their son, even though they haven't always gone along. I've never felt like they had public beef.
Definitely not, but at the same time, you know that there was a lot of tension there. So I don't know how I feel about them being friendly. They have a child together, obviously it's good, but the fact that he just broke up with Kylie and she just broke up with Rob, it's kind of like...
Maybe they're like high-fiving each other that they both got out.
Yeah, probably.
Jackie's indulging over here. You can.
It's so good.
You don't have to ask permission. They're free for you to eat right here.
Okay.
But let's talk about something serious while you snack. So Justin Bieber actually hit a photographer just yesterday. TMZ has this footage. It is kind of somewhat of a serious situation, and this is how it kind of went down. So Justin was leaving City Church, which he attends, in Beverly Hills, and he was pulling out of a driveway in this massive monster truck. It's a huge truck, and there were paparazzi surrounding the vehicle, trying to get photos of Justin. Well, Justin gets in the car and he kind of revs the engine to get out of the parking lot, not the parking lot, the driveway. And when he does, there's a photog on the right side of his vehicle that he clips. In the video, you can see him kind of clipping. It looks like it's his camera, but the photog falls to the ground and is holding his right leg, kind of wincing in pain. So it seems like as though Justin's vehicle, the wheel of that monster truck, hit that photographer who was very close to it. Now at first, Justin didn't pop out of the vehicle immediately, but then he eventually got out of the vehicle, came to the scene, was talking to the guy, was trying to be very kind. All the other photographers were giving Justin a hard time for hitting this guy with the truck, but all the while filming it all happen. And so Justin is saying, listen, if you care so much about this guy that's your friend, why are you still filming this situation? Because you should be here with me helping this guy. So the gentleman went to the hospital. He actually uploaded a video from the hospital, which in it, he basically said that Justin was a really sweet kid.
An hour before my birthday hits, I get ran over by Justin Bieber. He's a good kid, though. I think the truck was a little bit too big for him, though, because there's no way he could see over the front.
So the good news here is the victim has suffered non-life-threatening injuries to his leg, and Justin did talk to the cops at the scene before leaving the scene, and police told TMZ that he was not cited for the accident. So I think Justin seemingly did the right thing. He stopped the vehicle, he came out to help, he stayed there to talk to police, and you know, I kind of feel like I'm not on the paparazzi side here. They were swarming that car. They know what they're getting themselves into, and he's in this huge truck. Like, move out of the way. It's very dangerous.
Yeah, and it's very hard to see over those trucks too. And if you see in the video, the guy was running across the car, unfortunately at the wrong time. But I think I'm very proud of Justin on how he handled it.
Yeah.
Because in the past, it's very difficult when people are in your face and aggressive, and they were being very rude to him. Like, why would you run him over? What were you thinking? That's rude. And obviously it was an accident. And for Justin to go back and say something to them, but in a very calm way, not get angry, and then go to the guy and make sure he was okay. I was like very proud of Justin for keeping his cool under the pressure, and it just shows that he's really maturing and growing, because in the past we've seen Justin lash out, but he's growing and he's learning from his mistakes, and it's unfortunate this happened, but I think it was good. I don't want to say like I'm glad that this happened, because I don't want anybody to be injured, but I'm glad that paparazzi need to learn to keep
a distance.
You know who else likes to snack on M&Ms?
Who?
Women that are pregnant. You know, there's
not me.
Oh, no, not her.
What are you trying to say?
That was my clever segue to talk about how Kim Kardashian is having another baby.
Okay.
She's not having a baby, but her surrogate is, and we've spoke about this before, but now it's actually happening.
Official.
And we have a date for when the baby's gonna come.
What?
Kind of. As you guys know, Kim and Kanye have hired a surrogate to carry their third child, and according to Us Weekly, the surrogate is already 3 months pregnant. And if we're doing the math right here, that means we've got another Kim Ye offspring in January 2018. They're really in good hands because the woman has reportedly been a surrogate before. According to Us, Kardashian and West paid a surrogate agency almost $70,000 to help them find a surrogate. The mother is in her late 20s and she's from San Diego, and she will be paid $45,000 over 10 monthly payments of $4,500. So my question is, you know, are they deciding to have whether they want a boy or a girl? Like, you could do that when you have a surrogate, right?
And I don't know. Science is so scary right now.
Yeah,
about
it is.
What you can do with babies and stuff. I want to put myself in this surrogate's position when I would be carrying the child of Kanye and Kim in my body, like I'm growing this baby. Like, isn't that a weird position to put someone in?
It is. I feel like she has probably really high expectations. Like, they probably have a lot of set rules for her, like do's and don'ts, what she can eat. They're probably really strict, and that actually surprised me, the amount. I know that's normal, that's price.
Normal.
But
I would expect them to pay more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, that's not really a lot. But am I comparing it like, oh, you know, since they're celebrities, they should pay more? But I really do feel like they have a lot of expectations for her.
Yeah.
Because you're, you know,
I mean, think about that she gets paid $45,000 a year, right? Because it's a pregnancy is actually 10 months, it's not 9 months. So 10 months is basically a year. She made $45,000. It's like not worth it.
No, because everyone's gonna be in your life. They're gonna care. They want. I just feel like this can't be easy.
I have to push a child through my vagina.
I know.
I don't know. I feel like I want to make a lot more money for that.
But I will say, I'm really excited to hear all the stories that are going to come from this, because this is going to be very juicy and interesting.
Yeah,
it is.
I feel like a lot of NDAs have been signed.
Maybe.
We hope not. So Zayn and Gigi recently covered Vogue, and now the outlet is releasing a little more behind-the-scenes video footage of Zayn in his home and in his studio.
The studio is kind of like what I always envisioned my bedroom to be like as a child, but couldn't quite ever afford to do anything to the extent that it is now. So it's kind of like my childhood aspirations.
And while we're on the subject of Zayn's home, you gotta hear the surprising reason why he decided to sleep on the ground for 6 months.
When I first moved in, I was staying here on a mattress for about 6 months. I didn't really want to do anything to it because I just liked the way it felt, like minimalistic, simple. There was nothing to really...
In the chat, Zayn also talked about his main fashion influences. He cited his granddad's love for suits and Prince's outfit combinations as his inspiration. He told the magazine about his personal life, admitting that he's not really an outgoing social person, which we all kind of knew. He also addressed the current state of his anxiety, saying, I feel like I'm always going to work through whatever certain issues are around certain subjects. For me personally, I think it comes from a place of not ever wanting to come across as an over-arrogant person or a person who takes himself too seriously. But something that he does take very seriously is his next solo album, which he is currently working on. And he also says the album is going to sound more him, a more version of a grown Zayn than we've seen in the past, and that it's going to be very punny, which that's interesting. I don't know if I want to hear a punny Zayn album.
I'm up for anything Zayn. I love Zayn, and I want more music from him, so...
We don't Zayn discriminate.
No, ooh, good one.
I don't even know. Is it good?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
All right, guys, do you think that Taylor Swift's relationship with this Joe guy is gonna last? I think the sign of her going to dinner with Blake and Ryan is a really serious step.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, totally.
And I want to know what you guys think about Kim surrogate. Do you think she's getting paid enough? And would you be a surrogate for Kim Kardashian, or do you think the expectations would be too high? Or maybe not, I don't know.
And what would you charge?
Yeah, what would you charge? I'm talking about at least 100 grand.
At least.
At
And
least.
also a car and then some Instagram brand deals.
Oh, good idea, yes.
You know? That's why I'm not her surrogate. Anyway, thanks for watching this show, you guys. Let us know in the comments, and we will be back here tomorrow.
Bye.
Eating M&Ms.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed.
Here you go, how about this one?
For more, click love to see Selena Gomez's Twisted Fetish music video.
All right, to see Kendall Jenner receive backlash for her stripped down smoking photo shoot.
Thanks again to M&M's Caramel Chocolate Candies for sponsoring today's episode.